Hello, fifth grade. This is our last and final geography challenge. This is Geography Challenge D. So if you have this page, handout D at the top, and the map that you're using for this is this map of the United States. So this is a section about physical features. So physical features, as you can see, I have this physical map of the United States right here. There are two different kinds of maps. This is a physical map because it shows the physical layout of the United States. What's made by geography, like mountains, rivers, plains, those type of things, those geographic terms we talked about yesterday. A physical map highlights that. You can see the different texture in the map for different things on the United States. A political map is showing you the different states, cities, capitals, those type of things. That's a political map. So this is a physical map. This map is found on page R12 and R13 in your book. So R12 and R13 in the back of your book is where you would find this map if you would like to use it for this geography challenge. So I wanted to show you this first because you can really see where different geographic features are on the United States. You can see the Great Lakes up here. You can see how it reads Appalachian Mountains through this area. The Gulf Coastal Plain. You can see where the Gulf of Mexico comes in. We have the Florida Panhandle, which is a peninsula. You have the Rio Grande River that separates the United States and Mexico. You have the Sierra Nevada Mountains, which is what we are very close to here in the Central Valley. This is where we're located, right here in the Central Valley of the United States. You have the Cascade Mountain Range that's up through Oregon and Washington, the Columbia River that makes part of the border between the states of Oregon and Washington, the Rocky Mountains that travel a very long way, almost in the middle of the United States. And then right here, this big flatland is the Great Plains. You have the Mississippi River that winds its way all the way from Minnesota down to the Gulf of Mexico, and a lot of tributaries or smaller rivers that run off of the Mississippi. So you have the Ohio River over here, the Missouri River over here, Arkansas, a lot of different rivers that branch off of the Mississippi. You have the St. Lawrence River that comes into Lake Ontario up here. And then you can see all kinds of different other geographic features. When we talk about physical features of the United States, we're talking about a specific physical feature, a specific geographic term. We're describing one particular. So like Central Plains, that is a physical feature of the United States. If I just said there are plains, that would be a geographic term. But when I'm pointing to a specific one, like the Great Plains or the Gulf Coastal Plains, these are specific physical features unique to the United States. So that's what you're going to be working on in your map today. So here is the Geography Challenge Map D. And I'll go over and take a look at the very first question you have. This is a very easy one. Label the ocean that lies off the west coast of the United States. We haven't talked a lot about your compass rose right here, but this is a great way to help you make sure that you're understanding the difference between east, which is over here. So this is the eastern side of the United States, and then this is the western side. We live on the west coast of the United States right here in California. So we are on the western side. So number one wants us to label the ocean that is on the west coast of the United States. That's the one if you've ever been to Santa Cruz, San Francisco, if you've been down to San Diego, even up in Oregon and Washington, this number one answer is the Pacific Ocean. I'm going to use the capital letters because we're naming a specific ocean. So this is the Pacific Ocean over here on this side, the west coast of the United States. Again, I can take a look at my compass rose. I know this is the northern part of the United States. the eastern part of the United States. This is the southern United States, and this is the western United States. So the west coast where we live here in California, we're next to the Pacific Ocean. So I would like you to go ahead and label the rest of the physical features of the United States on this map. If you could please use the maps that I've given you, use page R12 and R13 in the back of your book. And if there's any answers you need to ask Google about, that is perfectly fine. But you need to make sure you can label them on this particular map. Good luck. This is your last challenge. If you have any questions, make sure to ask. Good luck.